North Star Toastmaster Ashish Agarwal.
Another
Climate
new year is around the corner, just a few days from now. We all are fascinated by being the first in whatever we do in our life, isn't it? Have you heard of this term called first child syndrome? It's a badge of honor that's reserved only for the VIP members of the club of firstborn child. These pioneers have the privilege of navigating uncharted territories, facing all the experiments of parenthood, and being the unofficial assistant parent for their siblings. Yes, you guessed it right, my dear Toastmasters. I was one of the first child as well, born in a big joint family of 10 people. The time I was born, I was a fair-skinned child with curly hairs. You must be wondering, what happened to my curly hairs? It was my mom who combed my hairs with all her might, and my poor hairs gave up all their curls. Poor me. Friends, my grandfather was from extremely humble beginning. He was a street hawker. His sons took on small businesses and started doing grocery merchant job in order to make the ends meet. My mom somehow fought with her family and she went to the college, but only for a few days till she got married. When I was born, my horoscope predicted that the child is going to do higher studies and go abroad. These two made my entire family overjoyed, and they started harboring a dream of going abroad and doing higher studies. My mom used to teach me when I was in my kindergartens and the early schooling. But by the time I reached class 7th, my mom told me, now you are on your own. I felt a sense of freedom as if I am liberated after years of bonded labor. Very soon, I started scoring distinctions in the subject of the art of wasting time. Playing video games, flying kites, and playing gully cricket. The judgment day, however, arrived much sooner than I expected. Winter of 1990, when Indian economy was shivering in economic crisis, I had a different challenge at home. I flunked my maths exams. I still vividly remember when I was given that answer sheet. I took it back, and the walk back to my seat was the longest when I realized I have flunked it. I tried to cross check all the marks and the marking to find if there was any error, but there was none. Indeed, I had flunked the exam. This realization sunk in. I went home. I cried that night. Maths was my only hope for making to the higher studies. And that hope I saw dwindling that day. A very harsh lesson, but a lesson which I learned that day. The failure taught me. To be on our own is fascinating. It gives us a sense of independence, following our own whims and fancies, with no one to challenge us. However, it's like that kite which is flying without a string and therefore cannot fly for very long. Even the great warriors like Arjuna needs Krishna in order to win in Mahabharata. I learned this lesson. that my North Star, my guidance is required in order for me to succeed in the exam. From that point on, I latched on to this learning. Whatever I did, I made sure I had somebody to guide me, whether it was a family member or a friend or a mentor. And with every step, with my hard work, I was progressing. And guess what? I managed to crack the CA exam. I managed to join multinational company. I managed to go abroad, which were the three things I dreamed about. At the start of 2020, when the world was hit by COVID, I had just turned 30, if you don't count the weekends. I realized at that time that one pattern was disturbing me. Whenever somebody challenged me, my communication skills deserted me badly. The moment I faced a pressure situation, my mind stopped working, my heart started doing a sprint, and my legs started doing Kathakali. I implemented a New Year resolution on 1st of January 2021 to join Toastmasters to come over this challenge. And guess what? My first table topic given to me was teamwork makes the dream work. When I was attempting this table topic and I reflected on my life journey, I realized that my North Star had given me that privilege, had given me that guidance, support with which I could succeed in my life. Friends, life is like a jigsaw puzzle where we need to connect with others in order to collect our missing pieces. Often, we hesitate reaching out for help. However, not realizing that our North Star is just one shout away. We need to reach out to them because I know, teamwork makes the dream work. Will you be my North Star TMO?